Good Friday morning to you. So you survived Thanksgiving. Whether you may have been working in a restaurant, for all I know, we're just going to assume for purposes of this week's content that it was Thanksgiving week for you, and no matter what it was that you were doing, I'm going to first off wish you a wonderful weekend. Get yourself some extra rest. Do make sure that you take a little bit of time just for you, even if it's only an hour or two, to do your favorite activity. We'll even give you a buy if that favorite activity is Netflix and Doritos, whatever floats your boat. Who am I? I am Kitty Andrews with declutterthebrain.com, helping ADHDers and a few good non-ADHDers to clear their mental and physical clutter so that they can create that calm and productive life in 90 days or less. Want to know more about how we do that? Whether it's in our clutter-free collective membership program or one-on-one coaching with me, hold that one thought and we will give you your next step to take in about 5 minutes from now. And don't forget to hold on for the Friday Funny. All right, so this week again, we're in Declutter Your Thanksgiving, Gratitude, Yuletide, and the craziness in between. Thinking of Thanksgiving as a dry run for Christmas season. You can be a little bit more relaxed. You can be a little bit more casual. It doesn't all have to be perfect. However, one thing you cannot be casual about is food safety. And this is a moot point today. However, for Christmas or next year, make sure that you get that turkey. You buy your frozen turkey about at least 3 days before you need it, and then you can defrost it in the bottom of the freezer. Otherwise, the alternatives are defrosting it in a water bath in the kitchen sink or what have you, or buying a fresh turkey, or eating something else completely different. It's okay to have pasta on Thanksgiving. Why not? There are a myriad of options. Just don't make yourself sick. All right, that's very important. Whenever you're doing anything, planning on having guests, you want to, of course, have a list. And keep it with you so you don't forget it on the kitchen counter, and a list of your food and your guests. Remember, factor in stragglers. There's so many times, oh, Bob has nowhere to go. Oh, poor Bob. Oh, Mary has suddenly you have a whole bunch of extra people and not enough food. Factor in a little extra. You can always freeze the leftovers. Shop early enough so that there is stock in the shelves in the market, and pick up duplicates for Christmas. If you know that you're going to use the stuffing ingredients or cranberries or whatever, just buy them now and keep them aside. One less thing to think about in about 5 weeks from now. A swish will do when it comes to your home. It doesn't need to be perfect. The fridge is a mess. I didn't follow your advice last week about cleaning the kitchen. Kitty, that's okay. The top shelf. Just do the top shelf. Just wipe it out. Fill the fridge with food. Nobody's gonna know. I know that sounds terrible, but it works. And make sure, just the bathroom doesn't have to be perfect. Even your mother-in-law will excuse anything, and just make it reasonably sanitary. And the dust bunnies are not about to leap onto someone's mashed potatoes. Okay, that's all you need. Thursday, say no to narcosis. I hope that you didn't stuff your face on the first go-round, mound of turkey and all of these starchy potatoes and stuffing, yada yada, recipe for on the couch. Well, you're not much of a house guest, are you? So space it out, eat in moderation, ask for leftovers. The hostess will love you. Yes, please take leftovers. bonus points if you carve it off the turkey yourself. Save her some work whenever you can. She will invite you back. Now, today, the Black Friday blare. Right, okay. Now, stats straight from National Today. Black Friday originally referred to September 24th, 1869, when a scheme to manipulate America's gold markets backfired, and it resulted in numerous bankruptcies. And that's little known, but apparently it is substantiated. The official story about Black Friday is Philadelphia police complained about Black Friday when they were stuck working the day after Thanksgiving, because it was packed with shoppers and tourists and fans in town for the next day's Army-Navy game. And that meant that it was just, the place was a nightmare. So somehow that got reframed to turn the negative into a positive and make it a celebration. And that's the power of marketing, ladies and gentlemen, is you can reframe anything. And now it's synonymous for big days and they start doing Black Friday in October, for heaven's sake. Okay, so next week, whoops, I don't know what we're doing next week. It's a surprise. Sorry about that. Decluttering something, of course. So in the interim, download your 7 easy steps to conquer your physical and mental clutter. And while you're there, go ahead, book a call with me. And there's a handy dandy button there. And let's chat about how we can get you mentally and then physically clutter-free for life. Your Friday funny that I promised you. Okay, so a couple they're out on the town, middle-aged couple, they're out on the town and they wind up at a disco, and he's not into dancing, you see. So to encourage him, she points out there's this hunky guy on the dance floor, and he's break dancing, he's doing the moonwalk thing. I'll tell you what, he's carving it up. And so she says, 25 years ago, he proposed to me and I turned him down for you. He says, and it looks like he's still celebrating. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye for now.